Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. This powerful quote from James Clear's Atomic Habits perfectly encapsulates the book's core message. Small changes, consistently applied, have the power to create remarkable results over time. Clear argues that we often overestimate the importance of single grand gestures while underestimating the significance of making tiny improvements on a daily basis. Atomic Habits provides a practical framework for understanding how habits work and how we can leverage their power to achieve our goals. The book emphasizes that our habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of our habits multiply as we repeat them. This means that even small changes can make a significant difference over time. Clear introduces the concept of the 1% improvement. He argues that if we can get just 1% better each day at something, the results will be astounding over time. Conversely, if we get 1% worse each day, we will experience a significant decline. This concept highlights the importance of focusing on making small, incremental improvements rather than striving for dramatic, overnight transformations. Instead of trying to change everything at once, Clear encourages readers to focus on making tiny changes that are easy to implement. These small wins, he argues, create momentum and motivation, making it easier to stick to our habits over the long term. By breaking down our goals into smaller, more manageable steps, we increase our chances of success. At the heart of Atomic Habits are the 4 laws of behavior change, which serve as the foundation for understanding and transforming our habits. These laws provide a simple yet powerful framework for understanding how habits form and how we can change them to improve our lives. Clear outlines these laws as cue, craving, response, and reward, each playing a crucial role in the habit formation process. Each law represents a stage in the habit loop, and by understanding these stages, we can effectively modify our behaviors to achieve our goals. The first law, cue, refers to the trigger that initiates a habit. This is the signal that tells your brain to start a behavior. This could be a specific time of day, a particular location, a preceding event, or even an emotional state that prompts the habit. The second law, craving, is the desire or motivation behind the habit. It's the feeling that drives you to perform the behavior. We crave the reward that the habit provides, which can be anything from a sense of accomplishment to a physical treat. The third law, response, is the action or behavior itself. This is the actual habit you perform in response to the cue and craving. Finally, the reward is the satisfaction or consequence that follows the behavior. This reward determines whether we are likely to repeat the habit in the future, reinforcing the habit loop. According to Clear, the first step in building a good habit is to make the cue obvious. He suggests using implementation intentions, which involve deciding in advance when and where you will perform a habit. For example, instead of saying, "I will exercise more," you could say, "I will go for a 20-minute run every morning before work." This specificity makes it more likely that you will follow through. Another strategy is to use habit stacking, which involves linking a new habit to an existing one. For example, you could decide to meditate for 5 minutes immediately after brushing your teeth each morning. By associating the new habit with an established routine, you increase the likelihood of remembering and performing it. Section 5. Craving. Make it attractive. The second law of behavior change emphasizes the importance of making a habit attractive. The more appealing a habit is, the more likely we are to perform it. Clear suggests using a technique called temptation bundling, which involves pairing an activity you want to do with an activity you need to do. For example, you could allow yourself to watch your favorite TV show while exercising on a stationary bike. This makes the exercise more enjoyable and therefore more likely to become a habit. Another strategy is to surround yourself with people who already have the habits you want to develop. Section 6. Response. Make it easy. The third law of behavior change is to make the habit easy to perform. The easier a habit is, the more likely we are to stick with it. Clear recommends using a strategy called habit shaping, which involves starting with a very small version of the habit and gradually increasing the difficulty over time. For example, if you want to start running, you might begin by simply putting on your running shoes and walking around the block. Once this becomes a habit, you can gradually increase the distance and intensity of your runs. By making the habit as easy as possible at first, you reduce the resistance to getting started. Section 7. Reward. Make it satisfying. The fourth and final law of behavior change is to make the habit satisfying. The more rewarding a habit is, the more likely we are to repeat it. Clear suggests using a technique called habit tracking, which involves keeping a record of your progress. This could be as simple as marking an X on a calendar each day you complete the habit. Seeing your progress visually can be incredibly motivating. Another strategy is to reward yourself for sticking to your habits. Rewards don't have to be big or expensive. Even small rewards can be effective. Section 8. Breaking bad habits. While building good habits is essential, Atomic Habits also provides strategies for breaking bad ones. Clear argues that the most effective way to eliminate a bad habit is to make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. By reversing the 4 laws of behavior change, we can make it easier to break free from unwanted behaviors. For example, if you're trying to quit smoking, you could avoid places where you used to smoke. Make cigarettes less appealing by reminding yourself of their negative health effects. Make it harder to smoke by carrying your cigarettes in an inconvenient place, and find alternative ways to reward yourself that don't involve smoking. Section 9. Real-life transformations. Throughout Atomic Habits, Clear uses compelling real-life stories to illustrate the power of small changes. These stories are not just theoretical, they are grounded in the experiences of real people who have made significant transformations in their lives. He shares examples of athletes, entrepreneurs, and everyday individuals who have achieved remarkable results by implementing the principles outlined in the book. These individuals come from various walks of life, showing that the principles of Atomic Habits are universally applicable. These stories serve as powerful reminders that anyone can transform their lives through the power of habit. The joy and satisfaction seen in their celebrations highlight the profound impact that small, consistent changes can have. One such story is that of British cycling, a tale that perfectly encapsulates the essence of incremental improvement. In the early 2000s, British cycling was struggling. They were far from being a competitive force on the world stage. They had not won an Olympic gold medal in nearly a century, and their performance was often seen as lackluster. However, everything changed when Dave Brailsford took over as performance director. His innovative approach was rooted in the philosophy of marginal gains. Brailsford believed in the power of small, incremental improvements, and he set about making tiny changes to every aspect of the team's training and preparation. This included not just physical training, but also mental conditioning and lifestyle adjustments. He focused on improving things like the athletes' diets, their sleep, and even the weight of their tires. No detail was too small to be optimized. These small changes added up to a remarkable transformation. The cumulative effect of these tiny improvements was nothing short of extraordinary. Within a few years, British cycling became a dominant force in the sport, winning multiple Olympic gold medals and Tour de France victories. Their success story is a testament to the power of small, consistent changes and the incredible results they can yield. Section 10. Putting Atomic Habits to work. The beauty of Atomic Habits lies in its practicality. Clear provides readers with actionable steps they can take to implement the principles outlined in the book. He encourages readers to start small, focus on one habit at a time, and be patient with the process. He also emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and experimentation in finding what works best for each individual. Clear provides a variety of tools and templates that readers can use to track their habits, design their environment, and stay motivated. He also offers guidance on how to overcome common challenges and setbacks, such as dealing with temptation, staying consistent, and bouncing back from failures. Section 11. Small changes, remarkable results. Atomic Habits offers a compelling argument for the power of tiny changes. These small adjustments, when consistently applied, can lead to significant transformations over time. Clear provides a practical framework, backed by scientific research and real-life examples. For understanding how habits work, and how we can leverage their power to achieve our goals. He delves into the psychology behind habit formation and the impact of environment on our behavior. The book's central message is both empowering and inspiring. No matter where we are in life, we all have the ability to make small changes that can lead to remarkable results. It emphasizes that progress is often the result of many small steps rather than one giant leap. By focusing on the 1% improvement, we can make incremental progress that compounds over time. Understanding the 4 laws of behavior change, which include making habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying, and implementing the strategies outlined in the book, such as habit stacking and environment design, we can transform our habits and, in turn, transform our lives. These strategies help us to build good habits and break bad ones effectively. Atomic Habits is a must-read for anyone looking to make positive changes and unlock their full potential. It provides the tools and insights needed to create lasting change and achieve personal growth.